Let's go in here. What the fuck? It's a fucking Hannibal. What are you doing here, Hannibal?
That is one huge hand. You consider that the creature attached to it must have some serious power.
You can get murdered by this hand in the original, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same here. What the?
Youch!
Slightly different.
You feel alarmingly lightheaded. Apparently, you were a prime focal point for some aggression channeling by one of the caged creatures. Your headless composition indicates that your attacker possesses considerable strength. A good guide to avoid in the future. Of course, you are damaged beyond repair, and the game must end. You've made quite a bit of progress, though. Don't start screwing up now.
I'll try. Okay, restore. Who are these guys? Who are you?
This is the most disgusting creature you have ever seen. It looks really mean.
Is that supposed to be a reference to something? Because I don't get it.
It's a man. A very scary man.
I'm assuming that's Hannibal. Hello, Hannibal. Can I talk to him?
Hi, I'm Roger Wilco. Why are you locked up?
Ah, Roger. So nice to see you.
The man just looks at you and licks his lips.
He looks like fucking Mr. Rogers.
The creature says nothing to you. You wonder if it even speaks intergalactic.
What is the saying from that movie? Our senses take it. One's trying to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice shanty. Did a terrible job of that, but... Okay.
Oh no! One of the cells is opening! Who knows what unspeakable horrors wait behind those steel bars?
Oh no! Oh, this is the fucking alien thing. Oh my lord!
Oh, yuck.
The dark and spiny beast with massive red lips grabs you up, and after a longing glance, proceeds, don't read further if the phrase French kiss bothers you, to plant a very moist French kiss on you. You are left quite stunned.
As you would be. Yep. So the thing with this bit right now is I'm not actually dead, but if I keep playing, I will eventually die from that. So I think we'll just keep going so we can see that death.
You know a janitorial closet when you smell one. Almost at once, you sense an emptiness, a melancholy longing. You begin to feel homesick. It's quite dark in here. You do notice a plunger, however, which you take.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we got the plunger. Yeah, so we're gonna eventually get killed from that alien kiss, but we'll kind of just like keep going till that happens. Oh, okay, there we go. Won't take long.
Oh, Roger, you're a mother.
I'm a mother. Not again. You had a funny feeling that was going to happen.
It's quite dark in
Okay,
here.
so grab the
You do notice a plunger,
plunger.
however.
Yeah, for the plunger.
Oh no! One of the cells is opening.
How do I get away
Who
from
knows
here
what
so quickly?
unspeakable horrors wait behind those steel bars?
We need to move, Roger. Yeah, move it up. Roger, go. Am I free? Yes. Oh, lordy. Oh, he's still coming. Jesus Christ. Or she, I don't know. Might be the queen. Okay, cool. So we can go down to level 1 now. Cool.
A barrier springs
this
up
shit.
before you. Another barrier stands in your way. You feel the floor shift below you. It's moving to the left.
Okay. Ready and go.
Using formerly uncharacteristic creativity, you apply the suction cup-like plunger to the smooth metal finish and hang on for dear life. Once a janitor, always a janitor.
That's correct. Best damn janitor there ever was.
You release your grip and drop back down.
Cool. Okay. So, I'll just save over that. Because we're good. Good there. Now, immediately we have to face some other dangers. We've got these robot things.
The huge metal menace is specifically designed to secure a given area. When not busy, it is plugged into the wall recharging.
Oh shit, we're in trouble. That thing moves fucking fast. We're fucked.
You have made the mistake of getting within what looks to be a cattle prod's length of the metal menace. A flame-throwing weapon connected to an extension arm reaches from its body and makes contact with you. That's when you begin feeling the intense burst of heat pulsing through your body.
That don't sound good. Jesus, it's been pretty bloody hot.
As you can see, you amount to little more than a hill of laser-fried beans. You've come a long way only to be torched. Keep up the fine work.
Darn. Darn it. Way to get zapped, wingnut. Your new hairstyle is shocking to say the least, Roger. Well, I didn't get zapped, I got burned. What are you talking about? Okay, so the solution here is, if you have a look up here.
The ceiling looks ordinary except for some fixtures that look like sprinklers.
We've got some sprinklers. So what we want to do is put our paper into the waste basket.
Great idea. You add the paper to the basket.
And then I think what you have to do is put this down on the ground somewhere.
As data, it doesn't work. Hey, don't look at me. If it were up to me, you'd be able to fart a rainbow that takes you to the end of the game, so I could get out of here. But no, we're all stuck here to the bitter end. At least you can turn this off when you get sick of Roger.
Ah. Okay, so maybe we have to just light it here.
Nothing.
We definitely have to use this somewhere.
You look.
Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ, man, this is some big ass pockets. Okay, so now we need to light it.
While receiving a nice hosing yourself, the basket fire is extinguished. Seconds later, a loud series of pops followed by the smell of fried electronics.
Take that, robots.
The sprinklers sense accomplishment and cease operations.
Oh, very good. We will save our game again. Okay, so now we can safely go this way. Not get murdered by these robots.
Your fire and subsequent shower seems to have shorted out the burnished bullies.
Good. And then there is a panel right here we can go through.
You have just entered Vohaul's secret chamber. The evil one himself is seated before a large console high on a platform in the center of the room. Standing obliviously ready are many of the dreaded salesman clones.
So, Roger Wilco, we meet again.
We do
I
indeed.
must say, I'm quite impressed with your resourcefulness and tenacity. I'd love to chat, but I'm busy preparing the last of my salesman clones for their trip to Xenon.
Not the salesman
Feel free to
clones.
stick around and observe the downfall of your civilization.
I shall stick around. Okay. Let's have a quick look at these. These are clones. Salesman
A
clones.
genetically engineered insurance salesman, ready to be set loose on the universe. Boy, that Vohaul is a real evil mastermind.
Sure is. We gotta stop him. Can't have no bloody salesman clones taking over the world.
Going somewhere?
Give it up, Vohaul. It ends here.
The hell's that voice?
Never. I will not be defeated by a janitor. I have a small surprise for you, Wilco.
What the fuck happened to
You
the sound?
feel a
It's
beam
gone
of
weird.
light emitting from a unit in the ceiling.
My brains!
In a matter of seconds, you are broken down into microparticles and extracted from the air. Again, the beam strikes, this time blasting into a glass jar on the console. It is there that you are reconstructed in a miniaturized form.
I'm tiny Roger now.
Well, I'll be darned. My miniaturization beam does work. In the old days, I'd test these things on myself. But, as you may have noticed by my appearance, being my own guinea pig has had its disadvantages.
I can see that.
I guess this will keep you out of my way once and for all. You'll make a nice conversation piece.
With that, Vohauled turns away to put finishing touches on Xenon's fate.
That was his first mistake.
The latest in technology for the tiny, fashion-conscious bubble boy in us all. The jar is huge and glassy.
Glassy, eh? Well, we've got just the thing for that. We have got a glass cutter.
The newly cut pane of glass falls to the counter. Apparently, Vohauled doesn't notice.
Too busy with world domination. Okay, so time to save, I think. Okay, so we can go this way here, but it's not a good idea because of that.
Darn it, Roger. I guess his lardness got a little fed up with your meddling. You've been redesigned once again, revealing a permanent overhead view. You resemble one of those wonderfully colorful mosaics commonly found on windshields.
I am squished. Once a janitor, always a janitor. Stealth never really was a skill of yours. Then again, you don't have many skills, full stop. Thanks. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to slip into this ventilation system.
You wiggle your slim carcass through the vent.
Have a look around here.
See the bladder go up, see the bladder go down. Up, down, up, down. Judging from those two hoses coming in from outside, you guess that this is the inner workings of Vohaul's life support system. A respirator pumps oxygen into his lungs, while a pump on the back wall forces blood through filters.
Not for long. Because we are gonna turn this shit off.
Way to go, Roger! You've just disconnected Vohaul's life support system. He's a goner without it.
Take that, Vohaul. Now, we need to try and make ourselves large again.
You can see Vohaul struggling to take his last few breaths.
Not you again. You think you have won, but all you've done is to seal your own fate.
He reaches up and
You're
flips
dead,
a switch
man.
before dropping to the floor dead.
What was this switch you flicked? Okay, so I'm gonna head over this way to this giant keyboard, which isn't actually giant, it's just that I'm tiny. Have a look at the switch here.
The switch is the toggle type. It is currently off.
Okay, well let's flip that on. Reduce or enlarge. So what we want to do here is
Type the action you would like to perform, press enter when finished.
what we'll do first, actually, just to see what happens, is we will go reduce, even though we're already tiny. Actually, I hope I can save it before he does that. Okay, reduce sequence has begun. Probably should have saved before I typed. Would have been the smart thing to do.
By already being in a miniaturized form and setting the beam to reduce, you are now too small to exist. That wasn't too swift on your part. Too bad.
But I want it to be smaller. Wrong command, dude. There are just some things you can't afford to have smaller. Okay. Okay, so we'll go restore this one. Hopefully we can change this. Cool. Alright, that's
Type
good.
the action you would like.
So I'm gonna go enlarge. Enlarge. And go jump in this beam. So we can get out of here.
You are once again reconstituted, this time to the correct size.
Oh,
you
yeah.
notice that the clones are gone.
Oh shit. Not the clones.
Vohaul's dead, hulking slab of flesh is loosely arranged at the base of the chair. Behind
look at this.
Vohaul
Oh.
is a bank of readout monitors. You can't really tell what's on them from here.
Okay, well let's get closer then.
Behind Vohaul...
I'm bloody right next to them, man. What are you talking about?
I know that television is sometimes called the boob tube, but regardless, I guarantee you that there's nothing to feel here, Roger.
What? You won't let me look at it either, so what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? A flashing screen on Vohaul's console captures your attention, so why can't I look at it then?
Behind...
The fuck? I can't look at this shit.
There's a lot of
Oh.
information on the screen. Oh no! The asteroid is in a decaying orbit, and the insurance salesmen are about to be launched. You should try and do something, Roger.
Like what?
There's a lot of it.
I'm trying, man.
There's
I'm trying. Okay, what does this guy got on him?
An examination of his repulsively turgid fabric-encased mass reveals nothing other than the tubes which supplied him oxygen. You do notice the letters SHSR written in pen on the back of his left hand.
He's right-handed.
No thanks.
Okay,
There's a
well,
lot of information.
Maybe the letters from Vohaul's hand will
yes,
help.
maybe.
You type in the code SHSR. It worked! The launch of the salesman has been aborted.
Yay!
Okay, let's save this shit. So, in the original one, you actually have to type that into the keyboard while you're looking at the screen, but I guess this one you don't. You just kind of assumes what to do himself.
You open the box and, noticing an oxygen mask, remove it and close the box.
Very handy to have an oxygen mask. Very, very handy. I'm sure that's gonna be very convenient shortly.
Self-destruct will commence in 4 minutes.
Oh my
A
goodness.
section of the glass tubing has fractured from combined stress. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space.
Quick. Put the mask on, man. Oh, it's too late. I'm dead. My head is exploded.
Due to the effect of the air rushing by you to get out the hole, the air in your lungs is sucked out and you find it impossible to get more. You weren't really that close to the end of the game anyway. No big loss.
I wasn't really that close. Oh, okay. Asphyxiation sensation. Space air just doesn't have the same kind of effect on you.
You open the box and, noticing an oxygen mask, remove it and close the box.
Okay, so I assume we have to check this on before we get to that bit then. See if we can check it on now. There we go. No more dying. Hopefully.
A section of the glass tubing has fractured from combined stress. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space. Fortunately, wearing the mask protects you from suffocation.
Oh yeah.
Self-destruct
Okay, let's save it again.
No longer needing the mask, you remove it and stow it for later use.
Uh-oh. Don't like the sound of that.
You poke the glass with your finger to see if the glass is secure. Then you realize you don't want to know if it isn't. There are no latches on the closed walls leading into the escape pods. One must assume that they open automatically in an emergency.
This is an emergency. Can you not hear the sirens? Oh my god, what is that? Get out of here. Get out of here, Roger. Run for your life. Maybe I need to wait till it gets down to a certain time. What do we got?
There is a self-destruct override button on this control panel. The sign below it reads, out of order.
Oh, that's helpful. Very helpful. Maybe I need to get to the ship.
Commence in 2 minutes.
I know on the original you have to get in an escape pod, but maybe you have to get in the into that ship. It won't let me use these, or maybe it will. Oh, okay, there we go.
The robot has apparently decided that it is permissible for you to be here.
Well, cheers, robot. I appreciate it.
There's nothing to touch.
Always stuff to touch. What are you talking
The
about?
only outstanding features on the panel are a launch button and an oxygen meter.
Okay, well, can we use those?
You
Yeah.
hit the big red button marked Escape.
Good thinking,
Warning,
Roger.
Emergency escape vehicle launch sequence has begun.
Cutting it pretty close. The fuck is that creepy ass fucking laughing?
Phew! You're going to have to stop cutting these escapes so close, Roger. Well, you must feel pretty good right now. You've stopped Vohaul from carrying out his threat of salesman infestation, ultimately destroying the twisted scientist himself. You also managed to save your own skin. And just look at that score. Pretty darned impressive.
It's pretty good, I gotta
Suddenly,
say.
a warning signal draws your attention to the front oxygen meter. It reads low and dropping fast.
Wow.
This is just great. You knew it was too good to be true. You have maybe 5 minutes of air left. Well, Roger, it was nice knowing you.
Don't worry, we can get out of this. We can get out of this. What do we got here?
The chamber is a bed of sorts, enclosed in a large plexiglass cylinder. The occupant of such a chamber would be placed in suspended animation and kept alive for an indefinite period of time.
So we would probably think you can use this, but I'm pretty sure yes. It's like nope.
Spock would say fascinating, Data would say intriguing, I would say you're an idiot.
Come on, that's like obvious solution to that
feels
puzzle.
like glass.
It's a bit harsh,
It
man.
feels like glass.
Okay, so anyway, what you have to do here is open this.
You slide down the plexiglass cover. You make the split-second decision to enter the sleep chamber. It seals automatically. Soon you are overcome by a pleasant drowsiness. This is certainly better than suffocating. You begin to drift away into a deep sleep. With the satisfaction you have accomplished your task. You've come through in the clutch and you deserve a nice long rest.
Yay.
Now, if someone would just pick you up somewhere along the way.
I'm sure that's gonna happen.
So long, Roger Wilco, and thanks again for saving your people.
The end for now.
One, two, three, four.
see. Got to take a nap now, got to take a nap now. Get a little sleep before we stop to eat. Wiping down tables, gonna fix that mess. Everybody knows that I'm the best. Gotta get a squishy, gotta get a squishy. Cleaning up the loop before we please sing along through the sky. Got a little clean up by my side. Mopping up the floors, baby, keeping it clean. I'm a space janitor, don't you know what I mean? Take a little bit, I'm gonna get some more. Then I see you, honey, moving out the door. And got my broom, baby, gonna sweep you up. I'm a space janitor, can you keep it up? Cruising across the galaxy, cleaning all the windows so people can see. Got to take a nap now, got to take a nap now. Get a little sleep before we stop to eat. Wiping down tables, gotta fix that mess. Everybody knows that